Thank you, Vedantji. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present my hotel, which is the Palazzo Versace Hotel in Dubai. As you rightly said, I'm Anand Punjani and I look after the sales and marketing activities, especially for the India market, which includes MICE, luxury leisure, weddings, or even any kind of bookings or any kind of request related to this particular hotel, then I do take care of it. So thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. You have been a great partner for us since the time we have met. And this is definitely going to help both of you in this kind of times when both of us are actually looking forward to see the future, how the business will be looking after post-COVID situation settles down. So let me start with a very quick introduction and the product presentation about Palazzo Versace. We'll go to the first picture. This is how the hotel looks like. I would like to tell you this. It's a $500 million of project which has been actually built up in a space where there are 2 5-star hotels that can be built up. This is a dream project of Donatella Versace and Gianni Versace. This hotel was basically been built, completely been designed by the Versace team from the House of Versace in Milan, Italy. This is just 15 minutes away from the international airport, Dubai International Airport, I would say. And the hotel is actually on an area which we call it as a Jaddaf Greek area. This is also the new area which is getting developed for the new World Tower coming up in 2022, which will be also the tallest tower in that region. In the whole world, I would say. So our hotel on one side will be looking after the creek, and on the other side it will be looking at the World Tower where the construction is going on at the moment. The hotel is actually 215 rooms with 169 residences. So we also have 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom residences in case you don't want to stay into rooms. As I said, completely been designed and tailor-made by Versace team. The hotel has 8 restaurants and bar and a huge gala ballroom that we will go through in the next pictures. As soon as you enter to the hotel, this is how you are welcomed in the grand lobby, which is basically a huge lobby seen through the Jaddaf Creek side. And you can see a nice chandelier right here, which is the Bohemian handmade mouth-blown chandelier, which takes years actually to create this kind of a wavy format, the way it is into it. And you have a nice Versace logo right in the middle of the lobby. As soon as you enter to the lobby lounge, this is the Mosaico lobby lounge that you can that we have the main lobby lounge area. All the guests are generally being seated and waited over here by the time we get their keys done. Here, there is something very, very special. What is the special thing is the mosaic art. Why we call it as a Mosaico lobby lounge? If you see the carpet area here, the whole carpet is been prepared with 1.5 million small pieces of tiles, which comes from Italy, and it creates an exact replica of the Gianni Versace scarf. Also, all the furniture that have been used here in this photo that you see are all coming from Italy, Milan. When we get into the next step, which is actually our rooms, as we said that there are 215 rooms, out of which we have 92 deluxe category of rooms, which is this one, which is 42 to 45 square meters in size. And when you enter into the room, the basic difference that you find here is, number one, look at the bed sheets, look at the cushions, look at the curtains that are there. These are all printed and they are fine, pure silk made, Versace designed the upholstery that I would say. And inside every room, we have original Versace cutleries, crockeries, and plates that we are using. So every guest has the same experience, whether they stay in a deluxe room or whether they go to the Imperial Suite, which is our topmost suite that I'll show you around. And also the bathroom amenities remains the same. If you look at the ceiling here on top, these are basically the Infinity design, which is also the Versace designed air conditioned vents. So when you actually get into this room, you will see all kinds of details here. This is our second category of a room, which is basically the premier Versace room. We have 58 of such categories, and these are 55 square meters in size. This is just one of the examples of a twin category, because we use twin size beds when we have twin rooms. In total together, we can manage up to 70 twin rooms, even if there is a large group or a family. And you can see now the size of the room definitely is bigger, but also there is a color scheme, which you can see that it's a little bit different. Earlier one was a beige in color. This one is turquoise in color. So we have similar themes, like we have a blue theme, we have a gold theme, we have a salmon colored theme that I'll show you around when we go to the next categories of the rooms. These rooms are ideal for a family of 2 adults and 2 kids, and deluxe rooms are ideal for a couple or just 2 adults, I would say. We move on to the third category, which is the junior suite. Now, to tell you something about it, out of the 215 rooms that I mentioned, 150 rooms are between deluxe and the premier, but there are 65 different categories of rooms which are suites. All 65 are suites. So we have junior suite, then we have grand suite, then we have signature suites. This is one of the junior suites that you will see, which is 95 square meters in size. And the grand suite, the only difference is 120 square meters in size, but it has a separate living room and a separate bedroom. Unlike this one, this is the salmon colored theme that you will see. So these rooms are quite spacious, quite bigger. We can also have 4 adults in this room. We can put 2 extra beds if required. And all the suites, they come with a jacuzzi a bathtub. So they are not regular bathtubs inside, with a walk-in wardrobes as well. The Imperial Suite, this is our topmost category of a suite. As you can see, the room size is 1,200 square meters, which is basically 13,000 square feet area of a Versace designed and a fashion, and it's a marvel piece of art, I could say. With this 1,200 square meters in size, we have 2 separate living areas. One is the sports and recreation area inside the suite, and the other one is the dining and the family area. If you can see the photo behind me, basically my background currently is one of the suite living rooms. So we have different color themes also between 2 Imperial suites that we have. You can also do some kind of small parties or events of 30-40 people in these kind of suites. Yeah, this is one of my favorite places within the suite, which is basically the master bedroom. So there are 2 bedrooms of the same size. This is just one of them. It's a huge bedroom, as long as the living room that you saw downstairs just now. It's the same size of the bedroom also. Behind the bed is actually a huge wash area, and we have some very nice, beautiful things in that area also. You can see the gold theme over here, which is very, very nice. It's very subtle, printed, and pure silk again, as I said. And all the rooms have chandeliers, just like these ones. There are chandeliers in the other rooms also that you may have noticed. This particular suite also have this private pool area where you can actually organize 30-40 people barbecue event, or a private event, or a private function, or you can just have a private family time also. Like currently at the moment the hotel is on, so we have few families who have requested for this particular suite because of the safety and the security reasons. They wanted to stay very privately in a discreet staycation that they wanted to do over here. And also this suite is very well known in the Indian Bollywood celebrities. For example, we have had Shah Rukh Khan, we have had some businessmen previously, a lot of Bollywood other celebrities. Not only that, but Hollywood celebrities also, such as Jennifer Lopez is just one of the examples that I'm giving. And there are many more who, whenever they come to Dubai, they would definitely like to stay in this suite because it's very, very huge and very luxurious as well. Going into the dining side in the hotel, as much as we are Italian, we are Indians also. This is our Giardino International Restaurant where we serve international food. And we also have a full-fledged Indian section here because we have 20 Indian chefs in the hotel. So they prepare some of the best Indian food that you can have. Like a few months back, we had catered to a Jain event of 250 people, and the whole food was being done within the hotel. So there was no need of any outside catering. It was one of the wedding anniversaries of a Jain family. So this is how the green colored restaurant that you see, and it's opening up to the poolside area. On the outside part, we also serve shisha. And in the inside, it's a fine dining. All the plates, the crockeries, the cutleries are all original Versace cutleries, crockeries. And when I say original Versace crockeries, that means they are all gold plated. So it's a kind of a different experience that you will ever have in Versace that I'm talking about. Also, the green color of this restaurant comes from the famous jungle dress of Jennifer Lopez, which she wore 20 years back, and it was one of the most famous when she won the Grammy Awards. That's where she was wearing this dress. And it was created by Donatella Versace. Going on to the specialty restaurants, we have Enigma, which is our Persian fusion food. Our chef, Mr. Mansoor Memarian, he is the only 3 Michelin-starred Iranian chef in the world. And he actually created a fusion food between a Persian and something else, which he serves very nicely. The food is super delicious. 80% of the food is cooked inside, 20% finishing is done outside. So people really have fun to watch how the food is being plated in front of them and being served. Like one of the examples on the down right that you can actually see, and on the down left also. This is how it's been done. They serve beautiful kebabs who are non-vegetarian eaters, and for vegetarians like me, we have a lot of salads and other different options in the food. So there is equivalently good options between veg and non-veg both. Going on to the second specialty restaurant, which is the Vanitas. It's an Italian brand, Versace. So we definitely had to have a nice fine dine and a romantic Italian restaurant, which is Vanitas. If you see the cutleries and crockeries on the right top, these are completely blue colored cutleries, crockeries, something very different that you will not see in every restaurant, with the Versace logo, and these are all gold plated. The knives, the spoon, the fork are all original silver gold dusted cutleries that we are using. And the painting, the wall art that you see on the left hand side of the restaurant picture, these are all handmade. So these are not wallpapers like you see in other hotels basically. The hotel also has an outside terrace, the restaurant also has an outside terrace area in this one also, as well as in Enigma. We can fit up to 100 people at a time. So we can even block the entire restaurant for any events or anything specific that people want to do. Gazebo and La Piscina, basically, La Piscina is an area where we have an Ishkia pool. This is an all-adult pool, basically. And in this area, we do not allow kids below 18 years. It serves shisha, it serves drinks. You can see down below in the last picture. Right in the middle, there is a huge bar, which is a sunken bar with the pool. People can just swim there, take a drink, come back, have some shisha, have some time, enjoy. There is also good music which has been playing all around. And every Friday and Saturdays, during the season time, we have DJs basically. So Friday brunches, Saturday brunches, DJs, and Giardino food right next to the restaurant, right next to the pool side. As we go, well, we are not just a luxury leisure property, but we are equally good with MICE and weddings. So when it comes to large size of groups, up to 450 people, we can definitely handle. We can do an entire buyout of the hotel. And we have a huge ballroom and the event spaces. This is just the foyer area of the ballroom, which looks so beautiful. So you can imagine how nice would be the ballroom. We can do 100 people seated lunch in this area because we have 10 chandeliers. Below every chandelier, we can have 10 people sitting in that round table. And this is the picture of the ballroom. The ballroom is 10,000 square feet area in size, can handle up to 550 people very easily, 7 meters of a clear height. And the peacock and the falcon that you see at the end of the ballroom on the wall, this is also the place where we have drop-down screens that comes down, and we use an 8,000 lumen of a projection which gives the best quality of projections that you can ever have in this region in Dubai, I would say. Also, the ceilings that you see, the blocked ones, basically we have different color schemes in the ceiling, so we can always utilize those colors depending on the event that you have. And this entire ballroom can be divided into 3 parts. So we have less than 500 people, that is basically 150, 150 people. We can actually give only one part of the ballroom and can utilize the other part of the ballroom for something else. So we have had a lot of pharma companies basically who needs a lot of breakout rooms, large breakouts basically, and a lot of rooms, and they want exclusivity, then this is the right place for them actually. And the purple carpet that you see, the design of this carpet is an exact replica of Gianni Versace's, one of the rugs that he used to use it in his home back in Italy, in Milan. So definitely everything comes as a replica of the Versace family. This is one of our open venues where we do gatherings of up to 250 to 300 people, and this is also interlinked with the La Piscina pool that we just saw a few minutes back. Together we can even do an event of up to 600, 700 people, but this is also the right place where we have a nice mandap that can be built up, and wedding fairas in the Indian weddings that can be done. Well, to give you a thumbs up, we have already done 6 buyout weddings in the past 3 years. So basically 2 buyout weddings every year average. And this year also in April, we had buyout wedding from 14th to the 16th April, which was one of the topmost Telugu Tollywood star. But due to the COVID situation, we have to postpone it for the further end of the year. And we will see how the situation goes. We will monitor it, and then we will rearrange everything for them. Q's bar, this is basically the Quincy Jones bar. Quincy Jones used to manage shows for Michael Jackson, and Quincy Jones has actually opened the one and only live jazz performance bar in this entire region of Middle East and Asia in this particular hotel. So people who are actually looking after going for a nice drink, live music, clubbing, networking can actually go here and enjoy the time. They don't really need to go out of the hotel to search for another clubs. This is one of the most fantastic places right now in Dubai, one of the most talked about jazz clubs that I would say. And it gets full very easily 2 days in advance. So people really need to block this space. In case any of you are looking forward to book your clients in the hotel and they want to utilize this facility at the queues, we can also make reservations on their behalf. Yes, as a hotel, definitely we have a very nice spa. It's a huge spa. We have 6 treatment rooms for the men and 7 for women, and we also have a couples room. This spa in Versace is not the regular spa that we always see with the Asian blend therapies like a Thai or a Burmese or Chinese or a cheese spa or something similar. But we do something very different over here. There are therapies which comes from Swiss, from France, from Italy, and from other European countries also. So an experience over here will be completely different than all the other spas that you might have used in any other hotels at the moment. Below down, you see the 2 pictures. Basically, this is our executive club lounge. So all the people staying in the suites, the 65 suites that I mentioned previously, including the Junior and the Imperial, they all have an access to this lounge. Now, first of all, we do their check-in in this lounge area, not in the lobby. So we take them directly to the executive club lounge, and the car can actually stop near to the door where we can just get them directly either to their room or either to their club lounge. If they are VIPs, then they don't need to really enter to the hotel lobby area. So we have that space. And we can do their check-in here. Plus, in the evenings, 2 hours, we have free cocktails. Also, we serve breakfast here. So complimentary breakfast for all the guests staying in the suites can be served here, as well as they can utilize it in Giardino restaurant, where we serve buffet breakfast and buffet dinner. And it has a nice library area. It has a nice terrace area. People can just come and relax and unwind themselves here. A small business center, we have 3 business centers. You can see the color scheme is very, very nice. It's very royal, it's very chic, posh. This one is in blue in color, and earlier when we saw the ballroom, it had a purple theme inside. So you can imagine how the color schemes that we have used, and it's so royal, it's so luxurious. Small meetings to medium-sized meetings, 8 to 10 people, 15 people can utilize this particular space. Okay, here is a small video related to what we are doing related to the safety of the guests, considering what we have right now is the COVID situation, the coronavirus situation, how safe it is to visit to Versace. Now, number one, the hotel never closed during the entire situation, starting from mid-Feb sometime. Even during the lockdowns, we had guests in-house. They were not quarantined or they were not isolated, but they stayed out of their own curiosity to stay in the hotel. We had some long stays, and we were servicing people in the in-room dining. And once the situation started settling down, now at the moment, we are accepting reservations at the moment with the Emirates who are actually within the country until the time international travel starts again. But as a facility or as a safety precautions and measures, this is what we are doing right now. This will be a guest journey if they come to Palazzo Versace Dubai today, even today, if I say. So I'll just play this small video for you. That's from my side, Vedanji. Thank you very much for this. It was a small presentation that I wanted to